take on the New York Football Giants this Sunday, prime time. Sunday night football, 0-0 NFC East division opponent. As someone who's played in this, I grew up in Jersey. Shout out to Roselle. I've watched this rivalry for a long time. Never was a Giants fan. Became a Cowboy. And I lived it. I played in it. I lived it. I played in it. And this is one of the toughest rivalries that you're going to play in. When you get the chance to play your division opponent, you play this opponent every single year, twice a year. They know you. You know them. They build their draft. They build their team on how can we beat the other three teams in our division. And for a long time, the Giants have been kind of the bottom feeders of the division. And so this game where you got good on good, I think you got two really good coaches. I think you got Brian Daboll, you got Freaky Mike McCarthy. That's what I call him. I call him Freaky Mike McCarthy. You got a really good quarterback and a decent quarterback. You got a good running back and a really great running back in Saquon Barkley. I mean, there are matchups all over this field. DeMicah Parsons and Tank Lawrence and Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams. There's a ton of matchups that go on in this football game. And I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see what this new look offense, the Texas Coast offense for the Dallas Cowboys looks like. We didn't get a chance to see it in the preseason. Mike McCarthy decided to say, hey, you know what? My guys have worked really well in the offseason. They have worked really well in training camp. We don't need to go out there and showcase our whatever in preseason. So a lot of the starters did not play. And the Giants, they're going into year 2 of this Brian Daboll era. Daniel Jones era. And they have some things to prove. Saquon Barkley wanted some more bread. It's a shame. It's a shame. It is a shame what they do to running backs. But Saquon, one of the best backs in the league, it's going to be a good matchup. The one thing that I believe, and it's already happened, that soured this matchup a little bit is the injuries. The one worry that we had coming into training camp for the Dallas Cowboys was, will this offensive line hold up? I.e., for the most part, it was Tyron Smith. Zach Martin held out for a little bit, got his bread. He's back in the fold. But earlier this week, Tyler Smith, hamstring. Doubtful today. Now, you understand when you're doubtful on a Friday? Whew. Doubtful on a Friday is not a good look. As someone said to me earlier, my friend Bobby said to me earlier, doubtful on a Friday is when you start finding scriptures and prayers to tell people about healing. Because that's what's going to get you to Sunday. You need a supernatural intervention. You need Jehovah Rapha. You need the God of healing to step in to kind of, if you doubtful on Friday. Not questionable. If you doubtful on Friday, you probably won't play. Tyron Smith rolled his ankle, so now your entire left side of your offensive line is banged up. Even if Tyler Smith plays, he's limited to what he can do with the hamstring. And then Tyron has the ankle. Tyron has kind of been a walking injury report for the last 6 or 7 years. Does he finish the game? Don't know. We'll see. But that's going to be something that you look at and go, is this a factor in this game? Because the Giants, where they are strong at, is defensive line. It's a very unique matchup because the Cowboys are light a little bit in the offensive line, and the Giants are light in the offensive line. The Cowboys, really good defensive line with Micah Parsons leading that bunch, rushing off the edge. Same thing with the New York Football Giants. Really good interior, Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, and then Kayvon Thibodeau. So you're looking at two really good matchups up front. This game will be one of the trenches. And what can be negated is your others. Let me say that. If your offensive line can't give your quarterback time, it's going to be tough for the Cowboys to run the football with Tony Pollard. It's going to be tough for the Cowboys to throw the ball to their all-star receivers. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Brandon Cooks. The Giants are starting 2 rookie cornerbacks. You love that matchup. If you're the Dallas Cowboys, you're saying to yourself, I like my 2 top receivers versus your 2 rookie cornerbacks. I like my 10-year vet in Brandon Cooks. I like my 4-year vet in CeeDee Lamb, who I think is going to be an all-star this year. I think he cracks that door open and enters that elite receiver category. And he's going to be asking for $30+ million next year for his contract. I like that matchup against two rookies. I don't care what they did in college. They ain't never played in this league. But if Dak doesn't have the time to throw the ball, then that negates them being really good. At least at some point in time in those games. And vice versa. If Micah Parsons is able to wreak havoc on Daniel Jones, who I don't think is in the same class as Dak Prescott, who I think has gotten better under Brian Daboll, but his ability to turn the football over is still there. He's improved, but it's still there. If you're hurrying him up and making him rush, and he can't use his abilities, now the thing about Daniel Jones is, you better rush it. You better rush properly. You better have lane integrity, because he's already beat the Cowboys one time with 79 yards rushing. He'll rush on you. When you got guys like Lamar Jackson, but you got the white guys is sneaky athletic, and he is. The white quarterbacks are sneaky athletic. White man can't jump, white man can't run. Daniel Jones can run. Got to give him a little credit. Daniel Jones can run. Saquon Barkley is their all-world everything. If that offensive line can't block, it negates what they want to do. They want to run the ball with Saquon. They go and draft Jalen Hyatt. He runs 23 miles an hour. Fast. They want to take shots with Jalen Hyatt down the field. I guarantee you there will be 2, 3, maybe even 4 40+ yard shots down the field to Jalen Hyatt. It's going to be real tough if Micah Parsons is in the lap of the quarterback. That ball sails. Malik Hooker and company in the back end, interceptions are there. But if they hold up, we know that Trayvon Diggs is susceptible to double moves. I like the addition of Stephon Gilmore, but he's in year 12. He ain't a spring chicken. He can't run with these young boys. Can play in front of them, but can't run with these young boys. So this is going to be a very, very intriguing matchup. Something has to give. The Cowboys have been 0-3, opening up the season on the road. But the Giants have not beat Dak Prescott in the last 10 times they played him. Some got to give. Something's got to give. And we all get a chance to witness it this Sunday night. I'm cross-promoting. You can see me on A to Z Sports doing the pre-halftime and post-game show with my guy, Sky Walker. Shout out to you, Sky, my dude. We'll be there doing what we do. Tune in so I can feed myself and pay my bills. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff that you have to do here with Unfiltered with Jesse Holley. And all the other places I'll be. But it's going to be a really good game. I'm excited for it. Some people are saying, oh, the Cowboys are going to blow them out. I don't know if I buy that. I think there's going to be a little bit of rush for the Cowboys. Those guys didn't play in preseason, so it's going to be a little bit. We got to get this thing going a little bit. But this game will be won when I come back next week. Oh, let me also add to the injury report for the New York Football Giants, Darren Waller. They're all pro tight end. Darren Waller had 2 really good years, 2 really dominant years. And everything else has kind of been smeared a little bit with his injuries. And he's already starting this year off with a hamstring injury. I wish injury on no one, ever. These men are out there, warriors. It's tough to play football. It's tough. It hurts. I can tell you, football hurts. Football is not a like sport. You can't like football. You have to love football. See, here's the thing. When you like something, you're not going all the way. Oh, yeah, I like you. But if you left today, you wouldn't bother me. You know what? I like that. But if it's gone today, but when you love something, I don't care what it is. When you love something, you're willing to go above and beyond for that thing. And that's the difference in football. You can't like it. It hurts far too much to like. You have to be unconditionally in love with this sport. For the simple fact of the sheer craziness of crashing your body into another human being at full speed. Down after down after down. You gotta love this. But football is a 100% hurt sport. If anyone that you know that's played football on any level that did not get hurt, they didn't play. Sorry. We had a position for guys like that. Coach used to call him the A-back. The A-back, the ASS back. That's what coach used to call him. The A-back, the ASS back. Because they always want to go, hey, coach, I want to get in the game. Hey, coach would say, but get your back. That's what they were. You're the A-back. You get your butt back. You ain't getting on the field. That's why you never hurt. But this is a 100% hurt sport. Darren Waller, hamstring injury early in this one. Don't know if he'll play. It's questionable. Not doubtful, questionable. It's different from being doubtful, being questionable. But we'll see. Hey, listen, Darren, if your hamstring's hurt, brother, don't play. Play next week. I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with you not playing against my Cowboys Sunday night. But if he's in the game, that's going to be a major matchup. Like J-Ron Curse in that matchup. But Darren Waller is a guy Darren Waller is the kind of player where even when he's guarded, he's open. He's 6'5", 6'6", long wingspan, catch radius is out the wazoo. But make no mistake about this football game, ladies and gentlemen. This game undoubtedly will be won in the trenches. When you look at this game next week, I'm going to be able to show you in the trenches that this game, that's where it was won. Who dominated trenches on the defense and offensive side? That's how you're going to know. But my pick for this game, I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a really good game. I think the game is going to be good, really good. I think you're going to see some rust on Dak and company. Not playing in preseason. I am an advocate of veterans, stars playing in the preseason. Call me old-fashioned if you want. Cool, I'm fine with that. I got gray hairs. You know, I'm close to AARP. Not quite. I'm close. It's getting up there. I'm still swaggy though. Don't ever mistake that for one. I'm getting old, but I'm seasoned. Well, Sasson. What is Sasson? I'm Sasson. Tahine. I'm seasoned. Don't play with me. I got Cowboys 24, 23, 24, Giants 17. Close, but no cigar for the New York Football Giants. You take this L early in the season. You continue on your journey of improving and doing what you guys do up there in East Rutherford. The Cowboys come on back with the dub. Get ready to face that bad man next week. Aaron. Take on the Jets at home. Aaron might rename. I mean, Aaron has already renamed AT&T Stadium. It is Aaron Stadium. He owns it. That's the fact. He is the boogeyman. I don't care what uniform he has on. But yeah, that's my take. Cowboys, Giants. Cowboys 23, 24, 17, 19. It's going to be close. Close but no cigar.